a clear area and then paste it where on on the image where you click. And let's clear some of these areas. And let's see the changes. Let me zoom out. This was the original image and this is after. You see a lot of changes, right? Now let me delete this layer and then move on with the next tool, which is the healing brush tool, which is similar to the spot healing brush tool. But once I select this tool, let me create a duplicate. After I select the tool, all I have to do is just hold the Alt key and then select a clear area manually. In the spot healing brush tool, it automatically selects a clear area. Okay, so now we'll have to manually select an area. Let's select this area and then come back here and click once. Now it's copied the image from here to here. Let me again click here. Let me increase the brush size by right clicking here and then increasing the diameter, and make sure the hardness is set to 0. Okay, alright, so let me press Alt to make a selection and click here. When I reduce the hardness, it gives you smooth finishing. See, I did not reduce the hardness in this particular area, right? In this area, so you can see the changes. And look at this area, it's so smooth. Here it's so hard, right? Let me zoom out and then select this healing brush tool, select this area and copy it here. Select this area and copy. Right? Alright, so let's see the change. This is the original image and this is after. Right? I always wish life could be as simple as Photoshop. Just remove the unwanted pimples, rashes, change color of your clothes. That would be fun, right? So let me delete this image, this layer again, and let's move on with the patch tool. And I would be teaching you people about this red eye tool in the future tutorials. Alright, so let's not concentrate on that. Let me select the patch tool. Now the patch tool is similar to a marquee tool. What it does is it helps you draw a selection, and once you draw the selection you can just drag and move to a much clearer area and then release, so it would copy that area back here. Let me give you an example. Let me create a new layer, a duplicate. Let me zoom in. Okay, now let me select this particular area, and I can always, I'm sorry, let me undo. Let me select this area and then drag and then drop, right? Then let me select the marquee tool and select deselect. To get a smooth finish, you can always give it some feathers. Let me undo. Let me make a selection, and to give feather you can use the shortcut keys as Alt F. Alt key, S as in Sam, F as in Frank, and then give about 5, then click OK, then drag and then release. Let me deselect. To deselect, the shortcut would be the control key and D as in Delta. Control D. Right? Let me zoom out. Let's see the change. Before that, let's clone this area also. Let me make a selection, drag and then drop. Let me deselect by pressing Control D. Again, select this area, drag and drop. Deselect. And this area again. Again, this area. Again here. Alright, let's see the change. Okay, now let me delete this area and let's move on further with the clone stamp tool. The clone stamp tool. Let me click on it, and this is also used to clone an area and paste it here. Right? Let me right click here, reduce the hardness, increase the diameter, and the clone stamp tool, you'll have to make a selection similar to the healing brush tool. Okay, so I can press Alt key, select an area, release, and then come back here, release Alt, and let me duplicate this layer first. Okay, so I've made a selection. Let me click here. Right, select, click. Now when we use the healing brush tool, let's see the difference using the healing brush tool. What it does is it just copies the image from this particular area and pastes it here, but it does not copy the lightning. Let me click here, then paste. It does not copy much of the lightning available there, right? The brightness or the contrast. Now when you use the clone stamp tool, it does copy the lightning. So you can see the difference here, right? Let me select this area and paste it here. So it does copy the same lightning here, the brightness or the contrast, right? So make sure you select the area which is much closer to the area that you want to change. Let me click here and click here, right? Let me increase the diameter. Right, let me click here and then click here again. And see the changes, right? This area was done by the healing brush tool, and this area by the clone stamp tool, right? You can see a lot of difference. Now let me delete this layer and let's move on further with the brush tool. You must all be familiar with the brush tool, right? Let us close this image. Say no, and then minimize this, or just open up this iPhone image